I'm Ashley McAlpine, and I'm the Fraud Prevention Manager here at TMG. This week for Fraud Prevention Friday, we are joined by Miriam De Dios, who is the CEO of Coopera. Miriam, I know that this month is actually our Hispanic Heritage Month. Can you tell us a little bit of background on that?
Yes, would love to. Thank you. Hispanic Heritage Month is really a celebration of Hispanic culture. It starts September 15th through October 15th. It's essentially kind of a national awareness month, if you will, to celebrate the culture, the traditions, the custom, the history of Hispanic Americans in the U.S. What's interesting about that month is that you have a lot of Latin American countries that celebrate their Independence Day during the month, hence why the awareness during this specific month. I'm actually from Mexico. I'm from the state of Jalisco in Mexico, and we celebrated our Independence Day on September 15th, which, funny enough, some folks confuse that day with Cinco de Mayo, which is actually not Mexico's Independence Day.
Oh, very interesting. Well, since it is Fraud Prevention Friday, I think it's good to kind of talk about how we can help some of our Hispanic Americans when it comes to fraud. What are some things that you see within the industry?
Yes, well, it's a very important and I would say critical topic for Hispanic consumers. In fact, the Federal Trade Commission has done a lot of work in this area to identify some of the common causes for fraud for the Latino community, and most recently they put out a report actually stating that Latino communities and African American communities have more instances of fraud than non-Hispanic and non-African American communities. And precisely, they have some interesting stats. Looks like 13% of Hispanics were victims of fraud in 2011 compared to only 9% of non-Hispanic white Americans. And Hispanics are 2.5 times as likely to have experienced debt-related fraud, as well as 50% have a 50% higher rate of experiencing income-related fraud. So some pretty scary statistics, and you add on top of it that Hispanics, the Latino community, they're actually less likely to report fraud according to the FTC.
Miriam, what are some examples where we might see that fraud actually take place?
Sure. Well, a few examples tied to the debt-related and the income-related fraud can be things like bogus work-from-home opportunities, make a ton of money working in your home type thing, pyramid schemes, and these types of opportunities can come via your cell phone. Folks can call you on the phone to try to get to buy into these things. It could be also potential job opportunities, really just trying to exploit people's need to work, especially with a large immigrant community. Things like credit repair services that really are fraudulent. They're claiming, they can up your score if you pay a certain amount type thing. Or debt relief, if you do suffer from debt, potentially they might offer, again, some sort of product to eliminate your debt where you pay up front, mortgage relief scams. So these are just a variety of examples.
So then if someone does fall victim to one of these phishing schemes, then what action should they be taking?
Sure. Well, I can tell you the FTC recommends to definitely report these situations, and you can find a lot of information on their website. They have a consumer complaint kind of section where you can file something online. You can call their phone number. That's definitely a good place to start, because then they can also communicate awareness and send alerts to everybody on that particular business or around that particular business, so people don't fall prey to that. So I would recommend, for credit unions to put out information about the FTC, link to they actually have a lot of Spanish resources, so link to that website on their website, and lots of opportunities to maybe print materials and just inform people that there's an opportunity for them to raise awareness of the complaint and file that complaint.
Oh, that sounds great. Well, thank you so much for your expertise today. And if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to us at falconteam@tmg.global.
Thank you.